Well, good morning, everybody. Beautiful Saturday morning. 57 degrees. Here I am back out here on RockBottom Creek. And of course, it is Camp America, wherever I'm at. I got my big 4-foot sluice here set up. And I'm back here to work that clay deposit I showed you the other day. So I'm getting ready to start working this. I'll bring you back on. I think I'm going to do a pan of that stuff first, just to see if there is maybe any shiny in it. And then I'll bring you back on after that. Alrighty. So I had to mess with that sluice a little bit. Rather unconventional use of the legs there, but it'll work in a situation like that. I tried to move that rock there, but that thing has to weigh about 400 pounds. It doesn't want to go. I got me a half a pan of this clay. I'm going to go ahead and pan it down just to see if I get anything. And I'm trying to figure out just how far this deposit goes. So it looks like I'm going to have to move some other rocks. So moved a bunch out of there and looks like that clay's down in there. So I'm going to move the rocks and I'm going to go ahead and pan this out while you watch. So we'll let you watch me do this. And we'll break this clay down and pan it out. We got to turn this thing around. Yeah. To turn this around so I can tilt it. That didn't work. Okay, I'll turn this around. Okay. Almost. There we go. Now, we'll set you up here so you can watch. Break this clay down and pan this pan out. Get a little more water in it. That's the clay. That's the clay right there. Let's see if I can move this. Moving rocks, washing rocks, and digging. That's what we do. So, here we go. Nice gritty clay. I don't know how it's going to be as deeper you go. It seemed like I ran into some that was really not gritty down there, so don't need to go any deeper than where I was. I don't think. Funny how it breaks up pretty quick when it hits water. Got the sluice set up half decent. I'd like to have more pitch, but you got to deal with what you have sometimes. Let's see what's in this stuff. Oh boy. Just got down in the pan, just classified, and it's already condensing in the pan. Yeah. Okay. Let's get some of these bigger stones out of here. Well, that little bit of clay, I got an awful lot of black sand. Kind of what I'm looking for. Not just an indicator of gold. I'm harvesting black sand here from this very special creek from my brother Benzo. He's going to make some nice pay dirt products for somebody. He's got a really good imagination that way. If you ever bought one of his bricks, you'll know, or seen his bricks, you'll know what I'm talking about. A couple bigger stones. I'm just paying this thing. Get rid of that slate stuff. End of this week, I'll be going south, so hopefully I'll run into Benzo down there. I'll make sure it gets it. Get the black sand anyway. And there's black sand, so I'm going to get my concentrate bucket. I didn't see anything but black sand, but I'm going to get my concentrate bucket. And I'm going to show you something here before we pause you. This down in here is laid in like the bedrock. I'm pretty sure this is decaying bedrock, the stuff my foot's on here. So I'm going to have to move that big piece right there. And I'm going to try to move some of this decaying bedrock. And I've got all the tools, even the toilet plunger. So I'm going to try to work this going up the bank here. Up the bank there. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do. But I got to move some rocks. So I'm going to pause you and I'll bring you back on after a bit. Okay. So my shovel's in the original hole where I found the clay deposit. Right upstream, I moved that big one. I managed to dig out around it and flip it. And I got down in there. And it seems like it might be a little deeper, but there's definitely red clay there. So I'm thinking that the red clay goes right along the bank here. And I'm going to, yeah, and that is decaying bedrock. So I believe I'll be able to move those two pieces out of there and work that hole. So right now I got just about a bucket full. There's the red clay. Got a bucket full almost, so I'm going to run it through the sluice here. And then I think I'll open that hole up a little bit more, and then I'll go ahead and run the sluice. Yep, I moved a bunch of rocks already this morning. I still can't get that one out of the way. But yeah, ran a bunch of rocks. Moved a bunch of rocks, and okay, I'll bring you back on when I'm ready to run the sluice or something. Alrighty. So the hole's clearing out. You can see how deep it's gotten. And there is red clay all the way along there. Yep, I have managed to open it all the way up there. So that's what I'm going to be working. You can see red clay in the classifier. And I'm just about ready to run the sluice. So I'm going to go ahead and try to set you up so you can watch the whole operation here. Let's see what I'm looking at here. Yeah, that looks like it might be pretty good. We'll go ahead and break this down, and then we'll run it through the sluice. All right, so that red clay. That. This stuff is going to be thick in this bucket. Push those rocks off. Should be some black sand in it anyhow. And this bucket is just about full, so that's good. No nuggets. That's a joke, son. Pack it in, pack it out. don't think I have to move much to do this. Leave all the water in there because I don't have to move it very far for one thing. And the other thing is I'm going to have to make a slurry out of this to get it to run through the sluice properly. So I get a scoop, I swirl it around, and I feed it. This wasn't all that red clay. There was a good bit of it in there, but most of it was overburden, stuff over the top of the clay. But that hole's clearing out nice. I'll be able to show that to you before long here. Decaying bedrock. You get slivers, you get flat pieces, you get all kind of stuff. Sure looks nice. Looks almost like you might get something out of it. And I will. I'll get black sand out of it. This sluice is loading up with black sand right now. Get some of these float stones out of here. Of course, I fed some stuff through the sluice just to get it primed without classifying. What I'm basically saying. Yeah. You don't want your rippers clogged up with stuff, gold and stuff's going to wash right over. Looks like it's cleaned out all right to me. It doesn't have the pitch I want it to have, but it'll clean out. Heavy stuff replaces the lighter stuff as you feed it. Just about every sluice, really. But that's how Doc designed his gold hog mats. So. I'm going to turn this sluice into a dredge box, a crash box for a dredge. I'm going to do it here the next couple days, next few days before I go on vacation, so that where I can dredge, I have something that is going to do what I need it to do. The little 1-inch dredge thing is too high off the creek. Had to have the legs on it. Making me use a lot of the dredge force just to get the material into it. So you live and learn. I'm not a big dredger. I'm learning. I am looking at getting a 2.5 float dredge, but I just don't have the cash right now to do it. I don't have the funds to do it, so I'll work on that. Something I can use in New Hampshire. I'm going to try to get this set up so I can use it when I do go to New Hampshire. Look at that clay. Stuff don't want to break up. It's going to get worse as I get close to the bottom of the bucket. That's just what it's doing. Clearing out the lighter stuff and keeping the heavies. Yeah. I'm going to do 2 or 3 buckets here. This is too convenient for a lazy prospector, so I'll do 2 or 3 buckets. I've got a sheet of expanded metal in the back of the truck. I might stop at my son's place, my other son, and get some of my tools out. I was working on the deck over there. Get some of my tools out and start to work. Got to get some aluminum. I guess we're going to have to get that at Home Depot. I've done crazy things. I'm going to have it so I can just bolt it right on. And I can run the power head for the dredge feed. And it's just going to be a crash box up this end. Everything's going to go down the sluice. But I got to put expanded metal on it because it's going to be a lot more flow than you're getting right now. And this ain't bad. This ain't bad at all. Have to take that shovel and clean out the ends so the tailings go away for me. Maybe before I'm done this, at least by the time I'm done this run here, this bucket. And if I was in the gold country, I'd probably clean it out after each bucket, but I'm not. I might run it longer, but what I'm saying is I'm trying to keep the black sand, so I'll probably clean it out after each run. And I ain't gonna make the whole day just this one sluice run, so I'm gonna pause you after I run this bucket. And I'm gonna get another bucket while you pause. Because I'm gonna be here for a good part of the day today. And if I find something else interesting going on, I want to be able to bring you back on. So, between the batteries and the storage, sometimes you have to make a compromise. Anyway, this would be good material for many really decent gold bearing area. And it's a perfect deposit on the inside bend. If there's gold going by, it's stopping here. It ain't getting down through that clay. So it could. There might be another clay bear. I'll tell you what. I've dug out and worked bedrock out of this place. Pulled big pieces out of the bedrock, and dug down in the hole, tried to clean the bottom of the hole out. You know what I found? I found a hole at the bottom of the hole. So there's just layers and layers of decaying bedrock here. So you can't think that you're going to get, if there's gold in the hole, you're going to get it all, because by the time you get to the bottom of it, there's someplace else for it to go, because it ain't the bottom. Oh, there's a lot of black sand in there. Yeah, I'll probably pull them mats after each run. Because I am after the black sand. You don't want to pour a whole lot of water in your sluice at once because you're going to wash out your riffles and your mats. Yeah. Another thing is always good to go in from the upstream side like this. So again, you're not forcing extra water through your sluice, which is only going to wash the material that's already in riffles out. Okay, let's set up for another run. Oh, I'm going to show you this before I go any further. Look at the black sand stuck in there. For those who don't know, there's plenty of black sand in RockBottom Creek. I'll bring you back on when I got something decent to show you. Okay, folks, I did 2 buckets, and this is my first clean out. And I stepped back here to show you that hole. I just mucked it up. But anyway, yeah, I moved a good bit of material, a good bit of clay there. And I got a good bit of black sand. And I also got some nice pieces of gold. A couple of nice pieces there right at the end of my finger. A couple of nice pieces in there. And I didn't bring a snuffer bottle. Right in there with that lead shot. Let me put my damn glasses on so I can see it myself. Yeah, there's a piece up here. And there's another one over in there. Another nice piece there. That's a damn nugget for this crick. But yeah, there's a little bit of gold in there. I didn't bring a snuffer bottle. I got the sleeve set back up. Getting ready to do another bucket anyway. I'll probably do 2 more buckets. And then do a clean out. And it's been a pleasure to be out here today. It is just so nice. I mean, it's probably up to 60 degrees right now. And that's terrible. Okay, I'm going to pause you. And I'll bring you back on. I got something else to show you. Okay, just that quick. I got another bucket of that red clay. That's what some pottery makers would call slip. You could probably pour a damn vase in a mold or something out of it. But it's solid. So we'll run this quick as I can because the sun's directly overhead, which tells me it's time for me to go. Because, yeah, I got a bucket full. Quick. I got to go to work tonight. And I got a few things to do before I get home, so this is not going to run fast. It didn't take me long to get this bucket, believe it. Some of them clumps do. I wasn't surprised I got some gold. I was surprised that the gold that I found was that big. It's unusual. I've gotten a couple of nice flakes out of this crick, but of course I went through a lot of material to get those 5 or 6 little specks into one bigger piece. But this is where I got the rest of it from, so maybe there's more. Anyhow, don't have a snuffer bottle. Didn't bring one. So it's going in with Benzo's black sand. He said he didn't care if it had gold in it or not. I can't help it, Benzo. You got some gold in it. Not a lot, but there's some. It didn't take me long to get a bucket of this clay. And I'm just skimming this. If it don't cloud up, I'll show you the hole when I'm done. I hate it when you don't have time to do things right, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I came for black sand and I'm getting black sand. I'm damn sure getting black sand. And a little bit of gold. I normally fill my holes in when I dig, but the property owners who own this property, they like to mess around and pan a little bit, and they like to see where I dug so that they can try it. So I'm not going to be closing this hole up. I don't know if I'm going to get back to it before I take my 3 weeks vacation, but I probably will come back over here. It's a nice discovery to find out there's this clay deposit all along this bank here. So and there's actually gold in it. There's a clump of clay. Something I wouldn't normally do. I bet you I got clay specks over my face now. This stuff's solidified back in the damn bucket. Try to make it into a slurry in your scoop so you don't have clay balls running down the sluice. But it started out as clay, it wants to go back to being clay. The way it is. Another thing is to feed it by hand, and I don't have time to fool around with it right now, so. Now this is going to get thicker and stiffer as I get to the bottom. So, you got to keep it moving. The sluice can handle it. This will be my third bucket. Didn't take long to get the buckets, I can tell you that. Yeah, I got to get this done. Go get something to eat. Prep my next thing I got to do. Trying to make a crash box for this sluice. And have to modify the sluice itself. I have to get some expanded metal, and I got expanded metal. I got to get some miner's moss so that I can use it for a dredge sluice. A dredge box. Man, this stuff's getting solid down there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the hole when I'm done here. And then I'm going to pause you while I clean up. And I'll show you what it looks like in the pan. Might even be some more gold. That's possible. Yeah, wow. Look at the black sand on the bottom of that bucket. Okay. Oh, damn it, I just muddied up the hole. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. Good. Yeah, I did muddy it up some. A couple minutes. Okay. It is murky again, damn it. Well, you can see, maybe you can see the shovel outline down in there. There's a good bit of gravelly clay in that. Anyway, I'm gonna clean this up and I'll show it to you in the pan because I gotta get ready to go. So here's the clean out. Bunch of lead shot, bunch of black sand, and there's some little tiny gold in there. I'm not even gonna attempt to show to you, but I gotta clean all this stuff up and take my happy butt home and stop 2-3 stops on the way. So you know what I'm gonna say? I'll see you all next time. I'll see you.